are heating back up.
Indeed, it's a hot one out there this afternoon, and we're heading toward heat advisory levels. Roland's here to tell us about it. Roland?
Well, all I can say is it's about time. I mean, we're supposed to be seeing temperature readings very close to 100 degrees this time of the year, guys. And we've only had 4 days so far this season with temperatures at or above 100 degrees. We typically average about 10 days per month.
Okay, so yeah, it has been definitely cooler lately as well.
Well, I think that it's going to start making up for that here over the next couple of days. The temperature reading tomorrow under a heat advisory is expected to approach 100 degrees. If you look at the sunshine out there right now, not a cloud in the sky. That is an indication that high pressure with all of its sinking air is going to start warming up the air. When you sink an air mass, you heat it up. Temperature readings right now, 93 degrees in Boise, 98 degrees in Mountain Home, 94 in Caldwell. So all of these numbers are now about 1 or 2 degrees above average for this time of the year. It's not so much what's happening today, it's what's expected to happen tomorrow, especially out over the west end of the valley. Heat advisory in effect right now from Canyon, Gem County, and points west out into Malheur County through the day tomorrow for temperatures that could reach up to 104 degrees. Here in Boise proper itself, we'll be seeing temperature readings right around 100 degrees, and it's because of the clear skies associated with that big old high that's right along the coastline. So lows tonight dropping down to 66, blazing sunshine tomorrow with that high of 100 degrees. It won't stick around for very long though, that forecast in just a few.
The Idaho obstetrician exodus continues, multiplying its ripple effects. One of them sending high-risk pregnancy patients out of state, not for complications or possible termination, but because there's no doctor or hospital space to care for them. Boise OB-GYN Dr. Megan Casper also says some practices cap the amount of deliveries they accept each month, turning patients away earlier on in their pregnancy. Concerning consequences of the loss of more than a third of Idaho OB-GYNs in the past couple of years. Since the abortion ban, a recent study finds 85% of the state's OB-GYNs in just 7 counties, leaving just 23 doctors serving rural populations, adding up to more than 500,000 people. And there is not much hope for many recruits.
Even the most conservative OB-GYN is going to look at Idaho laws and say, all right, I can go work there and be, worried in the middle of the night about whether I can intervene in a complication in a timely fashion, or I could go take a job in this other state and never have to worry about it.
Dr. Casper says this workload is unsustainable for OB-GYNs as they work more hours covering more patients. For help, many, like her, she says, are hiring nurse midwives and other non-doctors. Family doctors also tending to more maternal care. And a new problem she's seeing now arise on the gyno side of the job. Women needing gynecological care having to wait 3 to 4 months to see their provider.
Thousands of students across the Treasure Valley starting their first day of school this week. Students in Nampa started today. Students and teachers in the Boise School District return tomorrow. On Wednesday, Caldwell, Valley View, and West Ada begin classes. Next Thursday, the 21st, students in the Kuna School District start school.
A new elementary opens in Star next year. Until then, the district will likely add portable buildings to the Star Elementary School. The board making this decision. Tonight's meeting is when they're going to be discussing this. The district planning for an enrollment of just under 800 students, but in the last 2 weeks, enrollment reaching over 860 students.
School funding from the state helping the Kuna School District complete a makeover this summer.
Teachers and staff are very thankful because the classrooms can be climate controlled. Last year we had many classrooms that didn't have AC or heat in the wintertime and the summertime, and it just creates for a bad learning environment.
The new HVAC systems will still take a few years to fully finish, but most of the projects were completed over the summer, making repairs and improvements to school buildings.
Safety is our #1 priority, so we need safe parking lots, safe environments for students to learn, to work, for our staff. So they're tied to safety and maintenance needs. It's also making us be good stewards of taxpayer dollars. We need to maintain our buildings so they're in good working order for staff and students.
Officials say the need for improvements is not over yet. They say they're still asking the state for funding, especially when it comes to building new schools.
Idaho students getting better at reading, but those going to online classes falling behind. The Idaho Department of Education finds reading scores showing a rise in proficiency from 66 to 71% year over year. But Idaho Education News reports only 56% of online students reading at grade level. Proficiency for 8 of the 11 listed online schools dropping from fall semester to spring. But GEM Prep Online, a virtual charter school with daily lessons taught live, hitting 86% proficiency.
The Kuna School District is considering raising the price of meals. The board will vote on the proposal during its meeting Tuesday night. If approved, elementary school lunches will increase 15 cents to $3.55. Lunches in secondary schools will increase 20 cents to $4.10. Premium high school lunches will increase a quarter to $5.25. Breakfast for all grades will increase 10 cents to $2.45. The district says the increases are needed to keep up with the rising cost of food.
1 in 8 Idahoans and 1 in 6 kids don't know whether they're going to eat another meal or where their next one is coming from. We're getting those exact numbers from Map the Meal Gap here. Albertsons, though, hopes to help, turning an old locker room into a resource for the entire Caldwell School District.
It's important in schools, especially because children really need that nutrition and that food to be able to learn their cognitive development. So it's really important to us that we donate to this project.
Families can stock up on whatever they need at Wilson Elementary School, and not just food.
The hygiene products, household stuff, like bathroom tissue, paper towels, and food to make meals throughout the week.
District leaders say the Idaho Food Bank and the Caldwell Lions Club will help keep this pantry stocked all year. It's open 3 Wednesdays a month from 4 to 6 p.m.
Food insecurity affects people across the Treasure Valley. This Wednesday, the Idaho Food Bank is hosting a food distribution event at the Ford Idaho Center. It begins at 11 a.m. and runs until 2:30 or when food runs out. If you have any questions, just reach out to the Idaho Food Bank.
The Idaho Transportation Department closing 3 left turns on Eagle Road between I-84 and State Street, part of a pilot project to improve safety. Leaders hope the changes cut the number of crashes on one of the busiest highways in the state.
A project to install a power loop for the North End Zone project will impact some roads and the parking lot near Albertson Stadium. Starting today, some parking stalls in the West Stadium lot are closed as crews begin asphalt prep, paving, and painting. All stalls will reopen Saturday, August 16th. Bronco Lane will be closed starting on Wednesday for prep and asphalt pour, and Cesar Chavez Lane will be closed during paving on Thursday. A barricade will be in place to stop westbound traffic. Eastbound traffic is blocked from Syringa Hall. The road will reopen for westbound traffic on Friday, August 15th.
In Emmett, locals fighting against the possibility of a new gravel pit. Granite Excavation wants to develop that pit on over 300 acres near Airport Road. The project is expected to operate for 10 years before being turned into neighborhoods. Some people in Gem County worry about the impacts the gravel pit would have on their homes and businesses.
We're working with veterans, we're working with first responders, but they're working through some trauma and that horse is helping them. And we've got the background of all of the trucks and all of the activity going on there. I think it's really going to hinder our ability to create that safe environment that these people are looking for.
Some other worries of locals: losing water, property value, plus more traffic and road damage. Coming up at 6 tonight, there's a public hearing on the special use permit for the pit. If denied, those backing the project can appeal.
In Boise, a heads up if you walk or bike the Park Center Bridge. You'll need to use the west side until crews fix the railing. Police think someone broke off 2 pieces on purpose. Crews already resecuring one, but the second fell into the Boise River. They can't get it until the fall. So if you're in the area, please follow any safety protocols and stay out of areas with equipment. Some Greenbelt pathway projects are now done. Pathway improvements to the intersection between 8th Street and the Idaho Anne Frank Human Rights Memorial have been completed, and Greenbelt access to the 8th Street pedestrian bridge is now open. Note, a short closure is still in place near the memorial as updates continue. You're asked to stay out of fenced areas for your own safety while enjoying the new section of path.